China is a land of diverse landscapes, from towering mountains to fertile plains. Its natural beauty is as varied as it is vast, offering a rich tapestry of ecosystems that support a wide array of flora and fauna. From the lush forests in the south to the expansive grasslands in the east, China's landscapes are a testament to nature's grandeur. However, a vast swath of its northern territory is under constant threat from desertification. This creeping menace transforms once fertile lands into barren deserts, rendering them inhospitable and unproductive. The encroaching desert not only threatens the environment but also the livelihoods of those who depend on the land for agriculture and sustenance. The relentless march of the desert has swallowed up fertile land, displaced communities, and choked the air with dust. Dust storms have become more frequent, blanketing entire regions in a thick haze that disrupts daily life and poses serious health risks. The loss of arable land has forced many to abandon their homes, leading to a rise in environmental refugees. To combat this environmental crisis, China embarked on an ambitious project of unprecedented scale: the Great Green Wall. This initiative is a bold response to the pressing issue of desertification, aiming to create a sustainable solution that will benefit both the environment and the people. The project involves extensive planning, research, and collaboration among various sectors. This ambitious endeavor aims to halt the desert's advance by creating a 4,500-kilometer-long barrier of trees across northern China. The Great Green Wall is envisioned as a living shield, a green fortress that will protect the land from the encroaching desert. The trees planted as part of this project are carefully selected to thrive in arid conditions, ensuring their survival and effectiveness. The Great Green Wall is not just about planting trees, it's about restoring a degraded ecosystem. The project aims to rejuvenate the soil, increase biodiversity, and create a more resilient environment. By restoring the natural balance, the Great Green Wall helps to mitigate the effects of climate change and promote sustainable land use practices. It's about improving the lives of millions of people who live on the front line of desertification. Local communities are actively involved in the project, contributing their knowledge and labor to the reforestation efforts. This participation not only empowers the residents, but also fosters a sense of ownership and responsibility towards the environment. The project is a testament to China's commitment to environmental sustainability and the well-being of its people. It reflects a broader vision of a greener, more sustainable future, where human activities harmonize with nature. The Great Green Wall stands as a symbol of hope and resilience, demonstrating that with collective effort and determination, it is possible to combat even the most daunting environmental challenges. The Great Green Wall Project, officially known as the 3 North Shelter Forest Program, was launched in 1978. This ambitious initiative was designed to combat the severe desertification that was threatening vast areas of northern China. The project was envisioned as a massive ecological engineering effort to create a protective forest belt that would shield the land from the encroaching deserts. The program focuses on 3 key regions in northern China: the North China Plain, the Northeast China Plain, and the Loess Plateau. These areas were chosen due to their vulnerability to desertification and their critical importance to China's agricultural and ecological health. The North China Plain, for instance, is one of the country's most important agricultural regions, while the Loess Plateau is known for its unique soil and historical significance. These regions have been particularly hard hit by desertification due to a combination of factors, including overgrazing, deforestation, and climate change. Overgrazing by livestock has stripped the land of vegetation, leaving it vulnerable to erosion. Deforestation, often driven by the need for agricultural land and fuel, has further exacerbated the problem. Climate change has also played a role, with changing weather patterns leading to more frequent and severe droughts. The scale of the project is immense. Over the past 4 decades, billions of trees have been planted, creating a green belt that stretches for thousands of kilometers. This green belt, often referred to as the Great Green Wall, is designed to act as a barrier against the advancing deserts, protecting farmland and communities from sandstorms and soil erosion. The project has also created new habitats for wildlife and helped to improve air quality in the region. The species of trees planted are carefully selected for their resilience to the harsh conditions of the region, including drought and strong winds. These species include native varieties that are well adapted to the local environment, as well as introduced species that have been found to thrive in similar conditions. The selection process is crucial to the success of the project, as it ensures that the trees can survive and grow in the challenging conditions of northern China. The project also involves a range of other measures, such as sand dune stabilization, water conservation, and the promotion of sustainable land management practices. Sand dune stabilization techniques, such as planting grasses and shrubs, help to anchor the sand and prevent it from being blown away by the wind. Water conservation efforts, including the use of efficient irrigation systems, ensure that the trees and other vegetation have the water they need to survive. Sustainable land management practices such as crop rotation and reduced tillage help to maintain the health of the soil and prevent further degradation. Together, these measures are helping to transform the landscape of northern China and create a more sustainable future for the region. One of the most visible impacts of desertification in northern China has been the increasing frequency and intensity of dust storms. These storms, which can blanket entire cities in a thick layer of dust, pose a serious threat to human health, agriculture, and transportation. The dust from these storms can travel vast distances, even reaching as far as Korea and Japan. The Great Green Wall has already had a significant impact on reducing the intensity and frequency of these dust storms. The trees act as a natural windbreak, slowing down the wind speed and preventing the soil from being carried away. The roots of the trees also help to bind the soil together, making it less susceptible to erosion. The benefits of the Great Green Wall extend far beyond just reducing dust storms. The project has also led to a significant improvement in air quality in northern China. Trees act as natural air purifiers, absorbing carbon dioxide and other pollutants from the atmosphere. This is particularly important in China, which has struggled with severe air pollution problems in recent years. The Great Green Wall has also brought economic benefits to the region. The project has created jobs in tree planting, forestry management, and ecotourism. The improved environmental conditions have also made the region more attractive to businesses and investors. Perhaps the most significant impact of the Great Green Wall has been the restoration of degraded ecosystems. The project has helped to reverse desertification in many areas, transforming barren landscapes into lush green forests. This has led to a resurgence of wildlife, with many species returning to areas where they had long been absent. The project has also helped to conserve water resources. Trees play a vital role in the water cycle, absorbing rainfall and releasing it slowly back into the atmosphere. This helps to recharge groundwater aquifers and maintain the flow of rivers and streams. The Great Green Wall project has helped to improve water security in a region facing increasing water scarcity. Section 6. Seeds of Doubt. Despite its many successes, the Great Green Wall project has also faced its share of criticisms. While the initiative has made significant strides in combating desertification and providing new habitats, it has not been without its challenges and detractors. Some critics argue that the project is not sustainable in the long term. They question whether the resources and efforts invested can be maintained over the decades needed to see the full benefits. The harsh desert environment poses ongoing challenges that require constant attention and adaptation. They point to the fact that many of the trees planted in the early years of the project died due to lack of water or improper care. The initial enthusiasm often wanes, leading to neglect and insufficient follow-up. Without a reliable water source, the young saplings struggle to survive in the arid conditions. Others argue that planting a single species of tree over such a large area could create an ecological monoculture, making the forest vulnerable to disease and pests. This lack of biodiversity can lead to a fragile ecosystem that is unable to withstand environmental stresses or biological threats. There are also concerns that the project has displaced local communities who rely on the land for their livelihoods. The transformation of land use has had significant social impacts, often overlooked in the grand vision of reforestation. Some herders, for example, have been forced to relocate because their grazing lands have been converted to forest. This displacement disrupts traditional ways of life and can lead to economic hardship for those who depend on livestock for their income. The balance between environmental goals and human needs remains a delicate and contentious issue. Section 7. Learning and adapting. The Chinese government has acknowledged these criticisms and has taken steps to address them. The focus of the project has shifted from simply planting trees to a more holistic approach that emphasizes ecological restoration and community participation. This includes planting a greater diversity of tree species, using drought-resistant varieties, and involving local communities in the planning and implementation of the project. The government has also invested heavily in research and development to improve the effectiveness of the project. This includes developing new techniques for planting and managing trees in arid and semi-arid regions, as well as monitoring the environmental impact of the project. Section 8. A global effort. The Great Green Wall of China is not just a Chinese project, it is a global effort. Desertification is a global problem that affects millions of people around the world. The lessons learned from the Great Green Wall project can be applied to other parts of the world facing similar challenges. China has been actively sharing its experiences and expertise with other countries. It has hosted international workshops and training programs on desertification control and has provided technical assistance to several countries in Africa and Central Asia. Section 9. A legacy for the future. The Great Green Wall of China is a long-term project that will continue for many years to come. The project is scheduled for completion in 2050. By then, it is estimated that the Great Green Wall will cover an area of 400,000 square kilometers, roughly the size of California. The Great Green Wall is a powerful symbol of hope and a testament to human ingenuity. It is a reminder that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable environmental challenges, we are capable of restoring our planet and creating a better future for generations to come. The Great Green Wall is a legacy that China is building for itself and for the world.